and beat Genoa 3-0 in the Italian Cup. So free kick to Milan. It's Battistini, the Udinese goalkeeper, waiting expectantly on his goal line. And it's Robbie Baggio with a free kick. And that's Panucci! What a terrific stop by Battistini in the Udinese goal. Panucci really sent his header powerfully towards goal, but was denied by an excellent stop. Lentini, he was having his jersey tugged there by Emitrano, but then fouls improperly. Maldini. Lentini. Maldini's available in the box, so too is Albertini. Oh, that's an own goal by Sergio. Well, there was no real danger when the ball was played across the box. George Weah was a few yards away from it. And Raffaele Sergio finishes Milan with a lead in curious fashion. It was little more than a hopeful ball into the box, and Sergio scores at the wrong end. Bierhoff. Baresi now. Desailly, French international. Baggio's given it away now. And Poggi's through the middle here. This is Poggi. It's 1-1. Well, Milan's sloppy defending has been punished at last. That goal had been coming for the last 15 minutes. Paolo Poggi, the joint top scorer of the club last season, has punished Milan. And it all stemmed back to a mistake by Roberto Baggio. He gave the ball away, and from then on, Milan were always on the back foot. Baresi. Donadoni. Suspicion of handball there. Indeed, Milan will have the free kick. In fairness, it was right underneath the referee's nose. Albertini. Panucci. Weah. Marco Simoni. 11 is Donadoni. Oh, the goalkeeper spilled that. That's Panucci. Weah's arriving, so too is Baggio. And in the end, they bumped into each other like two drunks at a disco. That's a powerful shot by Donadoni. And look at the speed here, which Panucci recovers. And in the end, Weah and Baggio got in each other's way. Albertini. Weah. Roberto Baggio! He scores on his home debut for Milan. It's the stuff of which legends are made. He doesn't score many headed goals, but that surely will give Milan a victory, which at times they hardly deserve. But their two expensive imports have found the crucial goal. It's 2-1 to Milan.
So Milan win their first home match of the season. Elsewhere, the big game of the day was the evening clash between Parma and Inter. Roma entertained newly promoted Atalanta, while Fiorentina visited another of the promoted sides, Vicenza. But we start our roundup with Sampdoria's visit to Cremona.
You have to feel some sympathy for the fans who paid to sit behind that enormous flag. I wonder if they saw Andrea Tentoni's effort coming up. Perhaps it was a blessing in disguise. From Seedorf's pass, two of Sampdoria's new boys from Padova then combined for this move. Belleri's shot inadvertently reached Maniero, and he missed the target. Cremonese old boy Enrico Chiesa almost put one over his former club, but blasted his volley over the crossbar. Stand by for a missile from Mihailovic and for an outstanding save by Turci. Maspero scored via a free kick at Juventus on the opening day, but he struck it much harder than this. Cremonese's best chance fell to their new signing from Red Star Belgrade, Marko Perovic. Sadly for the home side, the Serb is still finding his feet in Serie A. Perovic attempted to redeem himself later in this game. His delightful pass released Tentoni, whose progress was halted by the Sampdoria defender Stefano Sacchetti. The striker clearly felt he'd been impeded illegally. Christian Carambeu scored on his Serie A debut for Sampdoria against Roma. He was presented with another chance to make his mark. Samp's other new import, Clarence Seedorf, is still waiting for his first Sampdoria goal. He won't thank Turci for denying him that honour here. It ended goalless and with a Sampdoria message for peace. A warm welcome was reserved for Giovanni Trapattoni in his first home game as Cagliari coach. But it was Lazio who dominated early on. Fusero was denied by his former teammate Fiori. Cagliari's best effort also came via a free kick as Oliveira was brought down. The Lazio wall kept out Pushedu's drive, and the ball eventually reached Venturin, who was keen to impress following his summer move on loan from Lazio. Indeed, it was Lazio who opened the scoring midway through the first half. Pepe Signori scored his second goal of the season to remind Arrigo Sacchi of his ability. Signori started the recent international against Slovenia on the bench. The former Foggia striker has now scored 68 goals in just 85 league appearances for Lazio. Cagliari have yet to find the target in Serie A this season. They received no help from the referee in altering that statistic. Cavalli may well have handled the ball, but the spot kick wasn't given. And even when it appeared Cagliari would finally score, from Negro's deflected header, the ball cleared the crossbar. Lazio still looked menacing at front, and Upright denied Vinter a goal. Late on, the Sardinians again felt they should have been awarded a penalty. It remained 1-0. It's Lazio's sixth league win in Cagliari. They've each come with the same scoreline. Napoli's fans got their chance to see their team play at home for the first time this season, and Agostini almost scored for the first time this season. In fact, Agostini had a major hand in the first goal of the game, or should it be a foot and a head? His defence-splitting pass to Pecchia was inch perfect, and so was Pecchia's shot. Padova might have drawn level, but Ciocci needed a more decisive finish than this. Tagliatelle came to Napoli's aid as the away side went in search of an equalising goal. Napoli were knocked out of the Italian Cup by third division Lecce, so they were keen to make amends to their fans. This was Tarantino going close. Napoli's attack combined effectively here, aided by some less than impressive defending by Alexi Lalas. At the end, Di Napoli, no relation to the football club, shot wide. Napoli pressed the fast-forward button in their attempts to find a clinching second goal. First Pizzi, number 10. And then Busso missed chances to score. Agostini scored his first ever Serie A goal for Napoli against Padova, but he was denied one here by Bonaiuti. No matter, Agostini got his name on the score sheet 20 minutes from full time. Padova's defending didn't improve, and really Napoli should have had 5 or 6 goals. Pizzi wasted this last chance, but Napoli at least had their first win of the season. With Bergami and Berti on the substitutes bench for this game, Inter handed the captain's armband to Fontalan, who came mighty close to giving the away side the lead. Fontalan is also a former Parma player. At the other end, from long range, Crippa extended Pagliuca in Inter's goal. Inter had won their 2 previous games against Vicenza and Venezia in the Italian Cup, thanks to goals from Roberto Carlos. Incredibly, the Brazilian left-back struck again for the Milan Giants shortly before half-time in this game. Parma opened the second half with a flourish. Gianfranco Zola levelled the scores 3 minutes after the restart. Zola scored 19 league goals last season to set a new club record for Parma. This was quite a way for him to open his account in this campaign. It took Parma just another 3 minutes to go 2-1 ahead. Hristo Stoichkov supplied the impressive pass. Dino Baggio matched it with an equally impressive finish to score against his former club. Inter appear to be a one-man team at present. You know who, Roberto Carlos might have equalised. Then again, Alessandro Melli might have increased Parma's lead. By the way, Paul Ince did play in this game. Roma have hardly made an auspicious start to the new season. A draw at Sampdoria, followed by an early Italian Cup exit. So they needed a positive result against Atalanta. That was Fonseca going close. 5 minutes into the second half, and Roma's poor defending cast a shadow over their attempts to win this match. Toglieri was fouled, and Vieri made it 1-0. Statuto and Balbo combined to set up this chance for the home side, who haven't lost to Atalanta here since 1950. Moriero, number 7, was presented with the next opportunity to equalise. Closely followed by Capioli with this header. Roma were grasping at straws when Fonseca tried to win a penalty. He was booked for deliberate diving and will now be suspended. It just wasn't Roma's day. Bari and White had lost on their last 4 visits to Torino, so they won't have had too much confidence going into this match. This was Gautieri attempting to give Bari the lead. Torino's opening goal was a bizarre affair. The shot came from Bacci, the deflection of Ricci, and the puzzled expression from the goalie. The equaliser came just short of the interval from Igor Proti of Bari. Torino almost regained their lead in the second half through Cristallini. And they managed it on 67 minutes from Hakem, who scored 2 goals in midweek for Turkey. Ricci almost scored in the right goal before Kenneth Anderson, no E on the end of his name, couldn't get his name on the score sheet. Torino scored their clinching goal from the penalty spot when Rizzitelli was fouled by Mangoni. Rizzitelli was Torino's leading goal scorer last season. This was the first of the season for him, and a first league win for Torino. Gabriel Batistuta was still left, searching for his first goal of the season after this save. Serena's miss on the rebound proved costly. Vicenza scored the only goal of the game in the second half. Maurizio Rossi, a lifelong Fiorentina fan, brought the home crowd to its feet. Fiorentina then brought on Banchelli. He scored twice on the opening day, but couldn't find the net this time. Vicenza were indebted to Maurizio Rossi. From Batistuta's header, he cleared off the line to preserve the lead he'd given Vicenza. Here's Gustavo Mendes, a late substitute for Rossi, and the Uruguayan supplied Majita with this chance to increase Vicenza's winning margin. It ended 1-0. After 2 weeks of the new Serie A season, only 3 clubs still hold 100% records. The champions Juventus, Lazio and Milan. Following an indifferent start, Parma claimed their first victory of the season and are now on 4 points along with Napoli and Atalanta. Of course, still early days, but Roma's position near the bottom of the table may cause some concern amongst their fanatical following. Perhaps the same can be said for Sampdoria. 3 clubs have yet to register a point: Piacenza, Padova and, surprisingly, Giovanni Trapattoni's Cagliari. Fabrizio Ravanelli has picked up where he left off last season and continues to find the target with ease. The Juve striker currently leads the goal charts with 3. 7 players follow on 2 goals, among them Ravanelli's teammate, Gianluca Vialli, and Lazio's Beppe Signori. And we'll leave you with 2 Italian players left out of the national team in midweek and both responding in emphatic fashion: Luca Vialli and Robbie Baggio.